Hey guys, I can't be here today because I'm working with the yearbook crew, so I'm going to record this lesson for you. Hopefully you can see okay. So I've got this gigantic color mixing poster here, and I think we talked about this briefly in class the other day, maybe not. It's tough to see here, and this picture looks really discolored, but this is a bright and vibrant green and yellow avocado. So your goal today is to start to mix your main colors, your two, maybe three predominant colors. So what I'm going to mix up right now is a green, a soft green for the edge of the avocado, and a yellow, bright yellow for the inside of the avocado. I'm not going to worry about the skin or the pit yet. So the number one step is to come to this color mixing chart and find your color on here or the closest thing to it. I'm actually going to fold my paper so the color is right there, and I am going to move it around this chart until I find where it's closest. Now, there's probably 30 colors on this chart, and we maybe have 27 of them. So there's a few that you're not going to find here. So this one is pretty close. I'm just gonna put it down here. I've got cadmium yellow medium and phthalo green. So the color on the left here is the predominant color. You need more of that. You need less of the color on the bottom. Cadmium yellow light and phthalo green. We don't have phthalo green, but I have permanent green, and that's pretty close right there. So I'm going to go for cadmium yellow light and light green permanent. I'm going to do the same thing for the yellow as well and find my yellow recipe that is closest and mix that up. All right, so I've got all the basic colors that I need. I'm going to start to mix up my colors here. I'm mixing up the outside green here. So going from the recipe, I just need that green and yellow. What I'm finding is that this looks a bit kind of cartoony neon green. It is a bright green in there, but it's not this close. So I have followed the recipe, but I'm not quite there. And the way I test it is I put a blob of color next to my piece, see if it matches, and I can wipe it off, or I can put it off to the side. So normally when you want to dull a color, your mind might go to black or brown. However, what you're going to do first is you're going to try a complementary color. So if you check out the color wheel across from green, yellow green is purple red. So I've got a deep red here, and I'm going to add just a smidgen of that to my green and see where that gets me. Now I add slowly. This light green here is light in value and saturation, so a deep dark red will change that quickly. If I've changed too much of it and I've got my color too dark, instead of adding more green and yellow to this, I might want to scoop a little bit of this out and start again. So I'm getting closer. It's still too bright. The red is working. I just need more of it. But adding slowly is important. Maybe I'll try a little bit of brown too. Oh, it's like regular teaching. You can hear Dale in the background. At least he's not yelling at his students right now.
Hi, kids.
He says hi. All right, I'm pretty happy with that green. Now I'm going to mix up my yellow. And if I don't completely clean my brush off, that's okay. These two colors are really closely related. So my yellow recipe called for the same colors, similar colors, just in different orders. More yellow than green this time around. More yellow, touch of white. When I mix my colors, I try to keep them in the well, and I kind of twirl my brush and wipe it off the edge as I come out of that well. So I keep as much of that paint in there as I can. All right, I'm back. So what I just talked about actually happened here. So I'm trying to mix up my yellow color, and I'm adding more yellow and I'm adding more white, and it's still coming out a little too green. No matter how much more yellow and white I added. So what I did is I took a tiny scoop of this over here, and I started mixing up a fresh yellow that had less green in it. And I'm pretty close. It's still a little bright and brilliant. So I've added more yellow. I've added more white. But it's still too intense and too bright of a color. So I'm going to add a little touch of red. That might have been too much. Let's see. And here I could be adding purple instead of red. I just have red on my palette. Much closer. Maybe a tiny bit of brown. And just a little bit more white. So you'll see this is taking me a little while, and I am practiced at this. Color mixing is not easy. If you were to go to college for painting, you might have a course that's an entire year long just in mixing paint colors. So you're going to do your best without me here today, and that'll be okay. So the chart will really help. Use the chart as best you can, and then go with your instincts. Mark your color down, compare, and see what you need to add. Help each other out. Do your best, and if you need to tone down, use a compliment. All right, you guys got this.